morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to start getting my computer ready so I can say good morning to all of you wonderful people. I saw that a lot of you are online already, which is awesome. Good morning, Barbara. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to start getting my computer ready so I can say good morning to all of you wonderful people. I saw that a lot of you are online already, which is awesome. Good morning, Paulette. Good morning, Barbara. Good morning, Erica. Good morning, Brandy. So I can see myself on the computer and I set the thing up today. I just want to make sure I'll be able to be seen on the computer here or on the camera. So I'm going to get up and try to do some of these postures since I'm doing the camera by myself. But there's a lead time, so I'm waiting for me on the camera to get up. Oh, yay. Perfect. Just wanted to make sure the camera angle was okay. I'm so excited. Good morning, Christy. There we go. Then we have that muted. I hope everybody has their coffee so that we can get ready to practice. Good morning, Petra. Well, I was happy I got to blast you. I blast you with love and sunshine. Good morning, Jessie. Howdy doody. So, when you guys are in my class and I get to see you in the body and in the person, I have the wonderful opportunity with checking in with you every morning. Each person, I stop mat by mat by mat and find out how you're doing. And that's the other reason why I wanted to practice just live instead of recording these and posting them every day. It's because I want to interact with you. So it means a lot to me whenever you comment here. Let me know how your body's doing, or just say good morning if you're not sure how your body's doing because you're still drinking coffee and doing yoga by just watching me do yoga. That's okay too. But it gives me a chance to connect with you and let you know that I care about you deeply. And I appreciate that you guys are staying home and staying safe and you're practicing with me and you're not going to allow this disruption, how about that, disruption in our lives affect us too much. Duty, just fine. I'm feeling pretty good this morning. Pretty darn good, actually. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. A lot of people are still tuning in. Good morning, George. The funniest thing is I keep getting lots of feedback from you guys, which I really appreciate. It lets me know if you're watching. It lets me know if you appreciate it. Some people are texting, some people are messaging, but then I have such amazing friends that are smart butts that said, hey, it's day 9. Tomorrow's day 10. That's the most in one row you've had makeup on. So yes, I've had makeup on for 10 days in a row. Miracles never cease. Good morning, Julie. All right, so we're getting signed in, and I appreciate everybody. So let me go over the props that we'll be using today. And again, you don't have to use these. These just help. We're going to need a strap today because we're working shoulders, as it says in the description. Get closer to the camera. Let me see that makeup. All right, here we go. Good morning with makeup, lipstick, and eyes. And wait, I put on lotion first. That meant skincare. Miracles never stop. All right. So here is the I'm glad I can amuse you guys. Thanks for joining in, Vicki. All right, so a strap. Now, if you don't have yoga props at home, nothing deems it a yoga prop until you do. This could be a scarf, it could be a belt, just anything that's going to help us do this motion today so that we can work in the range of motion of the shoulder. All right, now let's start this practice. We're going to settle in, get comfy, let the head come forward. As we bring the head forward, we feel grounded through the sits bones. And we turn inward and we check in with ourselves. We notice our breath. We can feel our weight pressing down into the mat and into the floor. I'm going to let the head come up on right ear, right shoulder. Nice big stretch here. Working through that right shoulder, feeling the side of the neck stretch as we give folks a chance to check in. Good morning. You guys are so amazing. Thanks for checking in with me. I hope everybody's body's doing well. Left ear, left shoulder. And as we come back to center, we're going to try to pull the chest back so that the shoulders are right over the hips. And we find our breath. Whatever that breath is right now. We feel the weight coming down through the sits bones into the mat. We smile. We find our awareness. And this is where we dedicate our practice. We're dedicating that practice to someone, to a group of someone's, the world, the universe, whatever works for you today. Can be different tomorrow. Maybe you just have an intention for the practice. Maybe you woke up and you have some body aches or you're not feeling well. And so maybe this practice can help unwind that. But slowing down and listening to the messages from the body, becoming aware of your breath and doing it intentionally is going to bring you present and get the mind to check out for a little bit. I'm going to open those eyes, lace the fingers together, pressing out, lifting up. Good morning, Haley. Nice tall spine. Lift the chest up. We're opening the heart. At first, stretch. Shoulders are back. Hands are up. We're going to release those hands and turn to the right. Tall spine. So we're really lengthening through the crown of the head. Really tall. Let that back arm act as a second spine. We're going to let that left shoulder come down. Right hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Contract and slowly come up. Come back to the center. Hands come out and up. Good morning, Laura. Tall spine. And we're going to twist to the left. Let that back hand act as a second spine. Elongate through the crown of the head. Really, really long stretch here. 1, 2. Really pull in from the navel, lifting pelvic floor. We're going to let that right shoulder drop. Left hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly coming up. Back to the center and forward folding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly, we're going to come back up. We're going to change the cross of those legs. Good morning, Jackie. And now we're going to let that right arm come down to the mat. Now, as we bring that right arm down to the mat, we're going to press down through this left side of the body. And we're going to lengthen over. Nice side stretch here as we open through the rib cage, open through armpit. Where's your breathing? We're going to feel connected to the ground through the hips. But today's focus is the shoulders. So see if you can really stretch through that arm, through the armpit, through the rib cage. We're going to let the hand come up. We bend at the elbow. We twist it through. So as we twist it through, yes, we're getting a twist, but you can feel that left shoulder blade kind of dip and come under. So we have this stretch through the shoulder blades and through the back. And we gently release and lift. Slowly, we're going to come up. We're going to let that left arm come down. And right arm reaches. Good morning, Dina. Nice big stretch, opening through the rib cage. Push that right hip down. Open the heart. Open the rib cage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That right hand comes up. We're going to take that right hand, bend at the elbow, twist it through. Really feeling that stretch through the side body. Nice work here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release and lengthen. And then slowly we come back up. We're going to roll those shoulders back, lift the chest, open the heart. And then from here we're going to come forward, hands come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let those hands come down as we come up, back. So the hands come together, roll back, body. And gently release. We're going to let the shoulders come up and back. Up and back. Let's try one more time, up and back. Now see if we can move them forward. That's the hard part, right? Is trying to move those shoulders forward. It's kind of like this John Wayne kind of thing. Hello, little lady. You know, he kind of pulls those shoulders through as he walks in, right? So we're lifting up and through. Up and through. And release it out. We're going to put the bottoms of the feet together. Pull them in. Nice tall spine. And forward folding. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Filling in that pelvic floor. Where's your breath? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we come up. We're going to lift the knees. We're going to cross those arms. Roll back body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring some knees in. Change the cross. Roll the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring those knees back in. We're going to reach down, grab that right foot, and extend it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring that foot down. Left one comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that foot comes down. We're going to drop the knees to the left. Nice tall spine. Let that hip come down. A little bit of a rock here. And we're going to bring those knees up and over to the other side. Tall spine. Push that hip down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring those knees back up. Straighten the legs. Little bounce. Now, everything about today is about shoulders. And so every opportunity we can to kind of sprinkle those shoulders in there and work through that mobility is what we're going to try to do. Shoulder movement can have a lot to do with what you do chronically, how you feel emotionally. Someone sad, they tend to be all hunched over, and somebody who's happy tends to be heart lifted. Maybe you're on a computer all day. Right now, we're all online. Right now, even online. And so we tend to bend over the computer. We want to be able to open up the heart, which is going to pull those shoulders back, right? So we want to try to change where those shoulders are. A lot of times the tightness in the shoulder is serratus anterior, these muscles and connective tissues here, not really the shoulder girdle. So anytime we can add in extra postures to stretch, we're going to. So we're going to come into cow face pose. So we're going to start with steer pose. I'm going to just tell you I'm putting my left leg down on the bottom and then the right and letting both sits bones touch, just in case we want to be on the same leg. Maybe if this isn't happening for you today, maybe your hips are like, nope, then maybe you extend this bottom leg. Okay? So once we get to this position, you're going to allow that right arm to come over, like you're going to pat yourself on the back. And then you're going to let that left one come under. So it's grabbing those hands. So I'm going to show you from the back side. So you're going to put that hand over like you're patting yourself on the back, but you're not going to let your elbow be out. You're going to let that elbow be close to the head. And you're going to reach around and you're going to try to grab your fingers. And so you can use the belt or strap here if you would like. Okay? But it really doesn't matter. As long as you're putting your hands behind your back, even if your hand is here, we don't do this often. So just having them behind you makes the difference. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release that out. So now you're going to switch legs, and I'll do it facing you this time. So my right leg is on the bottom. Left leg is on the top. Good morning, Valerie. So we have these legs lined up. So the left leg is on the top. We're going to let that left arm come over like we're going to pat ourselves on the back. We're going to let the right hand come behind like we can grab those fingers. Again, you can use a belt or strap. You can just open, keeping this elbow close to the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release it out. Again, we're going to work through those shoulders. Nicely done. So we're going to let those feet come out and extend the legs. Oh my gosh. Brandy, if your phone froze on that pose, then you'd be holding it a long time. Refresh, refresh. And lengthen through the spine. Hollow out the back. Forward folding. Nice full breathing here. 1, 2. We reach towards the feet. The feet are a direction, not a destination. If you make it, great. If you don't, great. We're just practicing together. 3, 4, 5. Slowly come up and right leg comes over left and really tall spine. We're in a forward fold. So I've been receiving photos of you guys practicing, and they have the TV with me on it in the background, and a lot of the photos have their pets in them. Please keep sending those. They make me happy, And by me having your permission to repost, it's really getting people off the couch and trying a yoga practice and keeping them moving. And in these times, we really need to stay moving and stay healthy. So thank you for that encouragement. Please text me pictures. Let me know how your practice is doing. Let me know if this is actually making a difference in your life, because I'm dedicated to getting up and doing this every single day for you. Different content as long as it takes, because I love all of you guys that much. And come up. Foot comes next to the knee. Good morning, Randy. Good morning, Kay. And we're going to rotate to the right, tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the center. We're going to grab that foot, rock it out. And then gently release. We're going to put that foot on the inside, lean it forward, nice big stretch, pushing right hip back and down. Even though we're working on arms today, we don't want to just gloss over working those hips. We might be sitting a lot now that we're working from home. We want to make sure we have good circulation and that we stay active in those hips. 3, 4, 5. Slowly we come up. Right hand comes behind. Press down to come up. Lengthen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Booty comes right back down. Right foot comes into the thigh. Good morning, Robin. And bring that knee up. And I love you, Jessie. Right knee comes down. Tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release. Extend those legs out. Bounce it out. Let's try the other side. Left leg comes across. Lean forward. Nice big stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we got up. And we're going to put that foot next to the knee. Rotate to the left. Tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back to the center. Grab the foot. Rock it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to take that foot, place it on the inside of the thigh. Tall spine. We're lifting pelvic floor. We're feeling those sits bones pressed into the floor. Hollow out that belly because we're very aware of our posture and still feeling connected. Fold at that hip as we come forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we come up, left hand comes behind. Press down to come up. Lengthen through that side body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that booty comes right back down. Foot comes into the thigh. We're going to bring that right knee up. We're going to let the left knee come down. Nice stretch here. 1. Breathing. Remember your intention. 2, 3, 4, 5. Coffee break. And I have to tell you, the coffee I'm having this morning is BOGO at Publix right now. And it's made by the 8 o'clock coffee company. And they have 2 flavored coffees, not normally my thing. And it's the EOC. And they had one that I had earlier this week, which was the flan. But this morning is maple bourbon. It is amazing. You need to try it. And gently release and bounce it out. Good morning, Leroy. And forward fold. All right, so let's get this work done here on the floor so we can get those shoulders ready. That maybe we can do a headstand if that's what we feel like we want to make that journey. But just having flexible shoulders is just going to make the difference. So we're going to slowly roll back, pull those knees in. Nice little rock from side to side. Arms come out to the side, drop the knees to the left. Nice rotation, you're going to feel it in the hip, down through the waistline. Nice full breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring those knees back up and over to the right. Nice rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly, we're going to come back, pull those knees in, cross at the knees. So we already set in this position in steer. This is typically called whale tail. Lots of different postures here, but we're going to take those ankles, pull them in. Just a little stretch here. Letting that lower back be flat, getting the spinal column just to really press into the floor. We're going to change the cross of those legs. Pull those ankles down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And gently release. Nice work here. We're going to put the bottoms of the feet flat on the floor. We're not staying on our backs too much today because we really are trying to get into those shoulders. Press through the feet, lift the booty up. 1, 2, 3. Really contract. Lift it, lift it, lift it. 4 and 5. As we roll down here, we're going to pull those knees in, cross at the ankles, rolling up and right on over. Good morning, Lisa. We're going to come on back into table. Now, I have some blocks. I'm going to show you a way that you can stretch the shoulder. If you don't have blocks at home, that's okay. You can find something else to stack or just choose not to use the block. It's effective either way. We're going to come into child's pose and stretch our shoulders. So we're walking the fingers out. We're trying to elongate through the sides of the shoulders, through the back. We're trying to rotate the shoulders away from the ears, broaden the shoulder blades. We're finding breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nicely done. So what we're going to try here is we're going to bring some blocks in. Don't have blocks, don't worry about it. You can still make the same shape with the elbows. So I'm going to place my elbows on the block. I'm going to put my palms together and I'm going to see if maybe I can let the head slowly sink through those arms. Nice full breath here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we come up. As we lift, we're going to bring that to the next highest level. And again, if you don't have blocks at home, not a problem. You're just going to stretch the shoulders each time. So maybe you're in child's pose with those arms extended. By having the elbow turned here and the palms together, you can really elongate through the tricep. Allow the head to come through and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let the head come back up. We're going to release. We're going to stack those blocks. Elbow, elbow. And we're going to see if maybe we can let those ears come through. Nice rotation here. Really creating some strength
some flexibility in those arms. And slowly, we're going to bring that head back up. We're going to release those arms. And we're going to put the blocks, if we use them, to the side. From here, we're going to come to table. And once we make it to table, we're going to see if we can bring those elbows down to the floor. And we're going to lace the fingers together. Once we lace the fingers together, we're going to turn the toes under and lift up into a pose called dolphin. Now, we're trying to push the heart towards the toes. A lot of times we kind of stay in this Mowgli looking kind of posture. That comes in later, but right now we want to push back. Now, depending on this length right here in this humerus bone, maybe your face is crowded to the floor. Maybe you can make some space. So maybe you can look at the floor. Maybe you need to look down at your feet. It is allergy season in spite of everything else that's going on. So if your head is a little congested, if you look at the floor, it'll help even out the sinuses a little bit for you. Try to broaden the shoulders away from the ears. Broaden the back. 3, 4, 5. We're going to put those knees down and shift back and lengthen through that body. I've come up on my fingertips to give me a little more space to relax my head through. 3, 4, 5. So this next time, we're going to do the same posture. We're going to come up into our dolphin, but we're going to rotate forward so that the face is over the hands. And it's going to be a lot more work here for the shoulders. So we lace those fingers together. We turn those toes and lengthen. So we have this nice long spine. We pull the navel in. And from here, we're going to rotate until the face is over the hands. 1, 2, 3. Your booty's up in the air. That's okay. 4. Try to pull those shoulders down and away from your ears. 5. We're going to put those knees down. Shift back. But this time, we're going to place those hands next to the feet. Let the head soften. Nicely done. We're going to put those arms back forward. Nice opening in the shoulder. So we're going to let that right arm come up and we're going to thread it through. Feel that work in the shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shifting back, we come to table. Left arm comes up. Thread it through. Left shoulder comes down. Nice rotation. Work through those shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5. Shifting back, coming to table. From there, we're going to come into down dog. Bend and stretch, bend and stretch. And we're going to bend those knees, looking forward, step forward, fingertips flat back. Forward folding. Inhale all the way up. And then hands come down. Whew. Nice work. We're going to roll those shoulders. Now, we're going to want to pick up this strap again. And we're going to want this strap to be about 3 feet apart. So I'm standing now, so I'm going to adjust the camera angle just a little bit for you as everybody gets their straps out. All right, so we have the strap. We're going to work on that shoulder. So we have the strap. We're going to come over and back, let it touch. We're going to come over
and let it touch. Again, we're going to lift and let it touch. Where's your breath here? We're going to lift, let it touch. Find your breath. Your heart rate will go up here because we tend to hold the breath. We're going to lift, come back, let it touch the glutes. One more time. We're going to come over, let it touch the thigh, and pause. Right ear, right shoulder. Left ear, left shoulder. Back to the center. So we're going to take the strap, we're going to place it across the back of the body. We're going to grab the strap with the left hand and pull down. One, two, three, 4, 5. Let's switch. We're going to put that buckle in that left hand, bring it over, grab that strap, pull down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and gently release. Working those shoulders again. Nice work. So, before I move to the wall, we're going to take this again. We're going to make figure eights. It's circles, essentially. So we're going to go to the left and around and down. So do the best we can. I know that my arms cut off a little bit, but I want you to be close enough that you can see when we work on that headstand on the floor, that you'll be able to see the work we're doing. The next time that you make it to the front, we're going to stop and change directions. Nice work here. Smile. We've got muscles in those faces. Good morning, everyone. And that one more through and release. We're going to roll those shoulders a little bit, checking in. So we definitely are feeling that work in the shoulder. We're going to come against a wall if we have it. Now, I have a couple of students that have had shoulder work done, shoulder surgery, shoulder replacement, that this work here is too difficult and they do it on the floor. But when I do this on the floor, it's almost impossible for the camera to see what you're doing. So I'm doing it in the wall. I call them wall angels because they look like you're making a snow angel. Elbows are out, arms are up. Now, the key here is I'm letting my elbow and my hand stay on the wall at all times and my lower back. So there's a pelvic tilt that happens here to really activate those abdominals. So we're going to lift the elbows until the hands touch. This looks easy until you do it. So choose to do this reclined on the floor with your knees bent or on the wall. And down, that's 1. Hands come up, touch, down, that's 2. Up, touch, down, that's 3. Up, touch, down, that's 4. Up, touch, down, that's 5. We've got 10 this morning. Up, touch, down, that's 6. Up, touch, down, that's 7. Up, touch, down, that's 8. Up, touch, down, that's 9. Up, touch, down, that's 10. We're going to straighten. Oh, those legs, a lot harder than it looks. And with our booty still touching the floor, if we're going to fold forward. If you chose to do those reclines, you just pull your knees in. We can let the head shake from side to side, or if you're holding your knees, you'll rock from side to side, just to release that out a little bit. Oh, you wonderful people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're going to bend those knees, slowly roll up. So just another exercise that I like to do here on the wall before we get on the floor is called clock. So if everybody should have a wall that you can do this on, and don't feel like you need to have this much wall. You can do it on the back of a door. You might want to lock it. I mean, if you're home alone and you know nobody's going to come in, that's fine. But what we're going to do is we're going to take the left hand and put it behind our back and put our right hip against the wall. You're going to let that right arm come up.
Then you're going to slowly bring those fingers like spider fingers, and you're going to slowly walk those fingers back to 1 o'clock, because we're going clockwise. Then you're going to walk those fingers to 2 o'clock. Then you're going to walk the fingers to 3 o'clock. Now you want to visually look, because you'll think that you're at 3 and you won't be. Then square those shoulders back off. Now look down at your toes and see if maybe you can turn those feet in towards the room a little bit. And then see if your chin can come towards your left shoulder. Feeling that work, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to release the chin, release the feet. We step away from the wall to let the arm come down. We're going to switch that. Right arm comes behind, left hand comes up. Feel grounded through your feet. All right, we're going to walk those fingers down counterclockwise here. We're going to 11 o'clock. Then walk those fingers down to 10 o'clock. Then to 9 o'clock, making sure you're parallel with the floor. Look down at your feet. Maybe you can walk in a little. Maybe you can bring chin towards right shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the chin. Release those feet. Step away from the wall and shake it out. Nice rotation here. Good work. All right, 2 poses, standing poses, and then we'll start bringing it into our headstand practice. We're going to come to the front of the mat. We're going to inhale it up. Exhaling, forward fold. We're just hanging out here a little bit, feeling that work. Now from here, we're going to shake the head no. We're going to shake the head yes. Soft bend those knees. We're going to extend that right foot back, ground the foot. We're going to rotate up into warrior 2. Now when we come into this posture, remember, we don't want that left knee to rotate in. We want left leg going left. Truly, you can't over push it, because if you over push your knee to the left, your foot will roll up. So that's your test there. If your foot starts to roll up, maybe you've rolled out too far. We're going to turn the palms up. We're going to rotate all the way through until the palms come back up, but we're not arching the shoulders. Keep the shoulders tall. So go as far as you can. Release. We're going to come all the way through and release. One more time, all the way through and release. Cartwheel down. Come to the ball of the foot, stepping back. What would my class be without at least one vinyasa, right? So, knees, chest and chin, or chaturanga if you want to do something harder today. You can do upward dog or let the belly come down, softening the feet and doing cobra. You choose. And then we're going to press to table and then to down dog. Maybe you went straight to down dog from up dog. Bend and stretch. Let's try the other side. Right leg comes forward, grounding the foot. Cartwheel up. Remember, don't let the knee roll in. Roll it out. Palms are up. We're going to rotate through and release. Rotate through and release. One more time, rotate through and release. Hands come down. Come to the ball of that left foot as we step forward, fingertips flat back. Forward folding. Inhale all the way up and release. Walk it out. Feel the temperature and the texture under your feet. And we're going to twist and shake out those arms a little bit. I know you can already feel it. I'm feeling it too, and I practice every day.
All right, one more standing pose here. So we're going to take our warrior one pose and we're going to mix it with eagle pose. So we're going to do the arms from eagle pose, which is a balancing pose, Garudasana, and warrior one. So we're going to see how this works for us. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Fingertips flat back. Forward folding. We're going to bend those knees, send that right foot back, grounding that back foot. Slowly we're going to come up. But instead of lifting those arms up, we're going to let that left arm come forward because the left leg is forward. And we're going to bend that elbow and come in. We're going to see if maybe we can lift those elbows up. We're going to start here. 1. Fill in your lower back. Lifting pelvic floor. Feel rooted through your feet. 2, 3, 4, 5. But now we're going to try to take that and turn it up towards the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we come back forward, we're going to unwind those arms and come down. Stepping back. Good morning, Kay. Knees, chest and chin, belly comes down. Soften those feet. Maybe a little rock here. Lift the chest. Open your heart. It's really good work after working those shoulders. Chest comes down. We're going to press to table. From table to down dog. Let's try the other side. Right foot comes forward, grounding that back foot. We're going to slowly come up. And as we come up, we're going to let that right arm come forward because that's where we're going to stick that left elbow. So we let that left elbow come in, we twist. We're going to lift those elbows up about chin high. Deepen and feel rooted through the feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if we can let those elbows come up. Looking up towards the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we release, we uncross. Hands come down. Come to the ball of that foot as we step forward. Fingertips flat back. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands come down. And release it out. Yay, us. So we're ready to work on some headstand postures. So we're going to start by just working on those hips a little bit, taking that awareness out of the arms for a little bit. Nice little stretch for the hips. And this is mostly just to kind of get us down towards the floor. 3, 4, 5. Now from here we're going to come forward, put those knees down. So when you're working on your headstand, the biggest thing in headstand is people tend to roll their head and let their neck collapse and their shoulders collapse. We want to start with a good foundation. So if you cross the arms right where the backs of your knuckles would touch and the fold of the hand here, the elbows, that's really good placement. I would rather your arms hug your ears than be too wide because you won't have any stability the wider you get. Then you're going to lace your fingers. Now you can tuck one finger if you feel like that lifts a little, but a lot of times people try so hard to do this posture that they push their knuckles down and this little gap right here lifts, right? And you want to try to push that down. Now, whether you're getting ready to practice headstand right now or not, this is absolutely going to work on our shoulders. So we're going to press down. We're in this table, and all we're going to practice here is lifting up, sinking down. Lifting up, sinking down. This is putting awareness in the body so you understand how your shoulders are working in this position. Lift them up, press them down. One more time. Press them up and drop them down and release. Arms are extended.
And then from there, we're going to come back up. So from here, we're going to see if maybe we can just put the top of the head on the floor and drop those shoulders towards the ears. Push them away from the ears. There's no weight in my head. I'm just playing with shoulder distance. Let those shoulders come by the ears. Let them come away. Let them come by the ears. Let them come away. So pause. You're trying to push your armpits towards your knees. Holding that pose. Push those shoulders towards your knees. And release. So whether you ever want to do a headstand or not, this work is going to get your shoulders, your neck, trapezius, back, all of that in a place where eventually you could do that pose should you have the desire. So as we progress a little here, I'm going to give you some more tools and then I'm going to show you how to use the wall. So this last time that we're going to do this here, wrists are down, elbows are in, head's on the floor, my shoulders are towards my knees. I'm going to turn my toes under and let this part be like down dog, and I have just some weight on my head because I'm pushing my shoulders towards my toes. This can be as advanced as you ever want to be. And I highly encourage not to let your ego practice with you today. You're home alone, you're practicing. You just be safe, right? So just maybe this is all you're going to do today. 3, 4, 5. We're going to put those knees down and stretch. Maybe you're going to let those arms come back by the shoulders. And gently release. So I have a lot of my students watching this morning. And we do a practice where we use the wall, coming into a half headstand or a half 90. I like that work because your head doesn't actually touch the floor until the shoulders are strong enough to support your body or to support your head. So I'm going to practice it here. You're not really going to get a good shot because you're from the back, but there's really no other way for me to shoot that today. But I'll show you what I mean. We're going to extend those feet out. This is letting me know where I should put my arms, that I am leg distance from the wall. I'm going to mark where my feet are with my hands, and I'm going to put my forearms here. I'm going to come into a down dog. It's going to feel really close. You're going to feel like you're too close to the wall. That's okay. So I know my elbows are in the right place. I'm lacing my fingers. I'm pushing those wrists towards the floor. And I come into a tight down dog. But from there, I'm going to lift up onto the wall about hip distance and flatten. So this is helping me practice headstand because I'm learning to be upside down. I'm getting rid of fear. I'm letting my shoulders get strong. The wall is helping hold me up. And I can work through this. 3, 4, 5. And you can come on down and rest. Maybe that's not something at all that you feel comfortable doing. It's not a problem. We had all of these other postures that you could do. Dolphin, the one I just did with my head on the floor. Working through that. So maybe some highlights here for you are just do a little bit and then rest. If you have glaucoma, turning upside down, not really a great idea. If you have high blood pressure that's not treated, so if you're not taking medication for that, maybe that's something you might want to skip today. So I do want to show you one prop. So I always get feedback from some people like, oh, well, I've hurt my neck. I can't do headstand. Well, headstand really has nothing to do with your neck in the sense that you should be able to hold your body with your forearms. There'll be only the weight of your head in your neck, which it's already holding. But there is a prop that I like that I'll demonstrate today. Have it offset here. And this is a yoga lift that they're available on Amazon. I just saw a new company too. I think it's called Feet Up. This yoga lift I probably have had 10 years. I like this one because it will collapse and I can put it under the bed or store it more easily. And this is for those folks who are just afraid of their neck. They want to feel inverted. I suggest that you put this against the wall, but it would be harder for you to see if I did not turn it this direction. I'm going to put my head here. You want to try to slide your neck all the way back. What's really nice about this is you can let the handles help you. So from here, we can pull those knees in, we can lift up, right? So we have that opportunity to be up. We can work through flattening, working through core, working through the back body. A lot of people think that this is core work, and it's actually working through those QLs, through the glutes, the connective tissue along the back body that has to contract to lift those legs back up. So this is absolutely a way that you could practice and play, get the feelings of inversions if you choose. You don't have to. I have a feeling that a lot of people are doing Amazon shopping right now. So now we're getting to the place where we're going to practice our headstand. If you have a headstand practice at home, always a good idea that you don't practice by yourself. I do, but I've been practicing a long time. Only do headstand at home if you already have a headstand practice. If not, repeat something we just did. Again, I'm going to practice sideways so that you can better see the practice, but use a wall at home. That's always a good safe place. Let's do this last posture together and we'll end for Shavasana. So we're going to lace those fingers together. Remember, hands together, wrists are down. My elbows, I would rather have them in too close than out too far. The top of my head is placed. My shoulders are away from my ears. I turn my toes in, walk in. I want to walk in so much that the weight already aligns over my hips that my toes float. They just float up because the alignment is there. And you lift, you focus, you breathe, you feel connected. Shoulders away from ears. Find your breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We start to come back down. Once you're down, take a child's pose. You've had all that blood in the head. Find your breath, maybe a little shake. Nice work here. As we sit up, right ear, right shoulder. Left ear, left shoulder. You guys are rock stars. Thank you for making it through this far with me. We're going to sit over on our booties. We're going to extend those legs out. We're going to pull the... Good morning, Tessa. We're going to grab those knees. And then slowly we roll back. And a little rock from side to side. We're going to put the bottoms of the feet down on the floor. Windshield wiper those legs. Bring those feet in. Place those hands on the floor. We're going to press down through those feet to lift, 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 lift. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly lowering back down. We extend one leg and then the other. Softening the body. Where's your breath? We release the feet, the ankles, the shin and calf. We move through the knees and into the thighs. We soften the glutes and pelvic belly. We release the lower back and navel, mid back and solar plexus. Shoulder blades and heart. We lift the collarbones. We lengthen the neck. We soften the face. We notice that the breath is shallow in the chest with inactivity. We begin to allow that inhale to travel up the back body. We allow that exhale to come down the front body. As we inhale, we try to align the fibers of the muscle tissue and smooth out the connective tissue. As we exhale, we do the same thing down the front body. Smoothing out everything, the energetic body, the physical body, that parasympathetic nervous system is active here, calming our stress. So as we inhale, imagine that you're smoothing the wrinkles out on the bed or a tablecloth. Same thing, but you're smoothing out the tissues of the body. As you exhale, same thing. So I invite you to stay here as long as you would like. Or you can begin to move those fingers and toes, maybe shifting in the rib cage, testing the body out. See how the practice has affected you. We began to pull one knee and then the other to the chest, maybe a little rock there to get circulation going in your back body. Gently roll to the right side of the body. And then slowly push up to a comfortable seated position. We make it to that seated position. We turn the head to the right, just checking in with the neck. We turn the head to the left. Back to the center. Hands come to the heart. We remind ourselves of all the amazing things that we have in our life to be thankful for. It's really easy to get caught up in the things that we're not excited about and that we're not thankful for. But try to see if you can find things in your life that you have gratitude for, that you have appreciation for.
Send out love and kindness and compassion to those who need it. I'm going to end the practice with an Om if you're comfortable. Inhaling. Bowing forward in respect. Namaste. Peace be with you. Go safely. Thank you for practicing with me. Yay, yoga. Thank you for joining me every morning. I'm committed to you. Thank you for being committed to me. You can find me in all the other places that I am hosting classes in the description below. Donations are highly accepted and appreciated. And that's also down in the description below. And if you use YouTube, if you would take the time for me to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe and like the videos, it's helping other people find me when they're going to look for me so that they can practice yoga too. And that would help us all. So I really appreciate you. Thank you for joining me this morning and have a wonderful day. Mwah.